Today we're going to talk about a topic that may seem controversial at first, but it has some profound implications in our daily lives, especially in the realm of love and dating. I'm talking about free will and the lack thereof. And I will actually give you some practical examples on how to use that to your advantage. So bear with me until the end so that you don't miss any of the important info. Now, pretty much all recent scientific studies suggest that free will is nothing but a bunch of bollocks. It's an illusion. In other words, the choices that we make are not entirely ours, but rather influenced by various factors, such as our upbringing, social conditioning, or even our genes. I mean, even our intelligence is tied to our genes. But here's the thing, understanding that free will is an illusion can actually be advantageous, especially in dating. If you're somebody who struggles with approaching people you're interested in, knowing that human behavior can be predicted and influenced can actually help you overcome those initial fears and doubts. By learning to communicate and influence people in a predictable way, you can increase your chances of success in the dating world. In fact, I've been looking into this topic quite a bit earlier this year, and all of the sources, be it books, studies, articles, essentially all highlighted the lack of free will in our daily lives. Pretty much all of our decisions can be influenced by external factors, like I've already said, but our subconscious mind can play a crucial role in actually determining our behavior without us even realizing it. Sometimes it's 300 milliseconds, sometimes it's several seconds. So when it comes to dating, being aware of these external factors can help you understand why you might have certain preferences and attractions. But how can this knowledge help you improve your dating skills? Well, imagine you're on a date with somebody you really like. By understanding the science behind human behavior, you can essentially predict how your date is likely to react to certain things and certain stimuli. This can help you steer the conversation in a direction that makes them feel more comfortable and eventually build a stronger connection. For instance, if you know that your date is more likely to respond positively to compliments, then you can make an effort to praise them for their accomplishments and appearance. On the other hand, if you know that they tend to become uncomfortable when the conversation turns way too personal, then you can avoid asking them probing questions or sharing too much about yourself. By taking these small steps, you can create a far more positive and comfortable dating experience for both of you, for both of the parties involved. This is why we always stress that listening is important or that communication skills are so important when it comes to dating. Moreover, recognizing that free will is an illusion can also help you let go of the need to essentially control everything and rather take risks. Sometimes we get so caught up, literally so caught up in our own fears and doubts that we forget to be spontaneous and go with the flow. By letting go of that need to control everything in our lives, we can embrace the unpredictability of life itself and take chances that can lead to new and exciting relationships. Pretty much new and exciting everything. So if you're an introverted person who hasn't had much luck in love department, it can be overwhelming to take the first step and approach somebody that you're actually interested in. However, if you learn to communicate and influence people in a predictable way, it can help you overcome these initial fears and doubts that we all have. So as you can see, understanding the concept of free will as an illusion, the deterministic approach to life, can have a positive impact on your love life. By accepting that our choices are not entirely our own, we can learn to communicate and influence people in a more effective way. This is why we always talk about communication. But how can we apply this concept in practical terms? This is what I mentioned in the beginning of the video. Here are a few tips that can actually help you improve your love life using the idea that free will is nothing but an illusion. Learn to read the body language of the person that you're dating. Non-verbal cues such as facial expressions, posture and gestures can provide valuable insight into a person's thoughts and feelings. By paying attention to these cues, you can better predict how your date is likely to react in certain things that you say or do. For example, if you notice that they're crossing their arms or avoiding eye contact, this can be a sign that they are feeling uncomfortable or defensive. so avoid it. And by practicing active listening, oh my god, this is what I talked about in the last video. When we are nervous or anxious, it's easy to get caught up in our own thoughts and forget to actually listen to what the other person is saying. By paying attention to your date's words, tone, body language, you can better understand their perspective and respond in a way that makes them feel valued and heard. And I don't think I have to tell you what kind of effect that is going to have if the other person feels like you're present and you're listening to them. Also, be open and flexible. One of the biggest obstacles to finding love is our own rigidity and inflexibility. We often have a specific idea of what we want in our partner and refuse to deviate from that ideal. However, by recognizing that our choices are influenced by the external factors in our lives, we can learn to be more open and flexible in our dating lives. This means being willing to explore new interests, trying new things, and consider people who may not essentially fit into our original preconceived criteria. Now, embrace uncertainty. Life is full of surprises and relationships are no exception. By letting go of our need to control everything in our lives, we can embrace the uncertainty of dating and take chances that can lead to new and exciting experiences. This may mean going on a date with somebody who doesn't specifically fit your ideal or the usual type, or being open to possibility of a long-distance relationship. There's so many different things that you can try on in life. I mean, just imagine all of the girls that you come across in the streets and that you like and you never approach because of some fears or some preconceived ideas that you're not worth it or that she's going to reject you. I mean, why predict something if you haven't actually tried it? And the more you try, the more you're actually learning about behavior of these sort of girls. Let's say these are the tall, skinny, blonde girls, that are fit for a catwalk, and you feel like you're not worth it. But by learning to approach them and going through failures, you actually find all of the ways that don't work and find ways that work. But you can only do it through trial and error. Like I said previously in one of the previous videos, it's a numbers game and your skills will determine your odds. But you can only win the numbers game and improve your odds if you go through practice. So go out there, try new things, and learn from all of the past experiences, learn from all of the mistakes, learn all of the ways that it doesn't work and find the one that does. And if at any point you start feeling like you are suffering from an imposter syndrome, watch this video. And if it's not out there, then just subscribe. Press the bell so that we can notify you when it's finally posted. And look, don't forget to subscribe and press the like. It tells you that you like these videos. And if you subscribe, well, why should you subscribe? Because it's just way better with you than without you. All right, until next time.